good morning, good morning, good morning.
Dictation being forced in Afghanistan. Revolution is in South Africa taking a stand. People in Eurasia on the brink of oppression. But it's gonna be alright.
Good morning, Mackenzie. Good to see you, Holly. How you doing? This is one of my favorites, man. I live this way. I live this way. Persistence. Persistence beats resistance. How you feel about that, Bobblehead? Bobblehead is excited. It's gonna be alright today. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. You guys ready for the weekend? It's gonna be alright. Big shout out. Where you from? Where you from? What's going on, Doug? My man. Persistence beats resistance. We're about to talk about that. But first, I gotta get you some energy, man, because motion creates emotions, man. Gets you out of whatever you're in. Anthony Rodriguez, what's going on? What's up, people? Victor Lally, Sam here, man. Ready to talk to you guys about something that's very important for you to know in your life. That persistence beats resistance. Persistence, meaning that no matter what's happening, you're pushing forward. You're going forward. You're working on something. All the roadblocks come, you walk right over them. They're not roadblocks. They become speed bumps. You jump over them. You just keep moving. You go forward. No matter what's coming at you, you keep going forward. So I'm gonna give us a little bit of some time. You know, if you're getting on here and you're live, let me hear that you're live. If you're getting on here on the replay, let me hear you here on the replay. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys, you know, my story about persistence and how no matter what the resistance was, I overcame because in my head, I believed, I wanted it. And I was persistent in my pursuit of my happiness, of what I needed, of what I wanted in my life. And you could do the same thing. Okay? It's totally up to you. Persistence, if you put that in your head, persistence beats resistance. That means every time that you get a resistance, something coming at you, trying to stop you, you persist, you overcome, you keep going. Nothing can stop me all the way up. You know what I mean? Something like that, man. Just put it in your head. Just put it in your head. The words that you say, this is just temporary. Something happens right now. What's your response going to be? It's temporary. This is not where I'm supposed to be. This has just happened. Why? Stop asking, why did this happen to me? That's a roadblock that you create. Why did this happen to me? That's a powerful statement. It means that you're a victim, that things happen to you, that you are not in control of your life. No, some events you're not going to be in control of, but your response, it's like, okay, so what can I learn from this and grow? And I see this often so that I pound it in your head. I'm being persistent to reach you and to help you and teach you to keep going, that no matter what's happening, it keeps going. Persistence beats resistance. I've lived my whole life that way. Persistence beats resistance. All right. Back in the day, you know, a lot of things could have stopped me, you know, but these things were outside of me. What I had inside of me was this desire, this burning desire to grow. And back in the day as a dancer, you know, I remember that was something that really built a lot of momentum for me, a lot of like strength for me, was being a break dancer. you know, I'll give you a great example. That, like, trying moves, and I learned this from my son. My son said this one time, you know, as he teaches his kids, you know, how they have to try to learn the moves over and over and over. And then when they get it, he reminds them, it's like, see, this was hard back then. It was something that you thought was impossible. And back in my days, we were inventing moves. We were creating things that nobody imagined. And still, they're doing that now. How do the people now dancing be innovative? They're going beyond the things that we were doing, you know. But I would try a move over and over and over for days, for weeks, for months before it finally came to fruition. I scraped my face on the concrete because we didn't even think about spinning on floors. We were breaking on concrete, and I would do whatever it took to just try things. And I remember this whole scraped, burnt, peeled from trying to spin on my hand and scraping my face, and then, you know, doing windmills. My shoulders were completely shot, but I would keep going. I would keep going because I had a vision. I had something that I knew that I wanted. Right? And even in that, I had trials and tribulations. I wanted to have the best crew ever. And I had friends that were with me, and then all of a sudden they weren't with me. They took the company, they went behind my back, changed the name, started over. And I remember, like, my first reaction, just like everybody else, we react. We're like, well, give that back to me. I begged, hey man, guys, listen, I'm sorry. Even though I didn't do anything wrong, I was helping and teaching. You know, we do that. We beg and hey, I'm sorry. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that they said no to me. I'm so grateful because they lasted a year. And Dynamic Rockers, I'm glad to say, is still here. My son has taken it to the next level. And he's gone through trials and different leaders and different people, but he persists. Now he's like to the point where he's like, I want to do everything because nobody wants to go where I'm at. That's persistence. He had a lot of resistance. I had a lot of resistance, but we persist, you know. Whatever you decide to do, if you persist on going. What's up, Eliel Spinner? One of my partners, when the other group left, he came back. We had split because of the other people. He comes back. Together we united, we created, we went further and further. They got all our fame, but we kept going to build it, and we were persistent. You know, we believed in what we were doing, and we created a movement in our group, in our team, that's still going now, and my son is creating it to the future. It's going to keep happening because we persist. All right? You know, the next thing, you know, I took my dancing, you know, to being an entertainer. And let me tell you, to talk about resistance, now dancing first, non-stop. That's not a real job. It's not real. You can't do it. You need a real job. You have to be in the real world. And here I am, still in the real world, dancing. It was my dream. It was something that I wanted to do, and I persisted, kept going. So much resistance from parents, from friends, from, you know, everybody. Nobody believed that we can turn that into a business. And I took that business, and what did I do? I was an entertainer. I learned how to talk, and I opened up my entertainment company, my DJ company, which had more resistance, you know, more resistance. And I'm sharing this not to brag to you, but to show you that just like you, I've been there where people try to stop me and resist me and all kind of things. It's like, you're Hispanic. This is bar mitzvahs. You can't do that. You'll never hit $1 million in your company. Yeah, you don't know what to do. You have never run a business. Whatever it was, people just kept going. I just boom, persistent. I was pushing forward. While they were pushing against me, I kept going. And again, that was stolen from me, from the same person. I trusted him again from the dancing days. I said, okay, Q, because I believe and I'm persistent. I want to create. I want to help. That's who I am. Same person took this company, and then I regrouped, started with another company, and they stole it. And I moved to Maryland, and I just kept going until I succeeded, because I had a dream and a vision, and it was important enough for me to persist, to keep going, to move in the direction of what I want. Persistence beats resistance, y'all. Can I get some thumbs up?
Music is our life's foundation. And just see all
Because we all have maps. I have a map. I have a map of success, and you have a map of success. All of you, every single one of you inside has a map. You know what a map is? It shows you where to go. And it shows you where you've been. And the ups and downs in your life. Let me tell you something. Every single one of us has a map. We all have a map. Just the fact that you can walk right now. Because one more thing I'm going to tell you right now. You've had many more successes in your life than you've had failures. I'm going to repeat that to you. You have had many more successes in your life than you have failures. That's a promise. I can guarantee you that. Just the fact that you can walk right now, just the fact that you're on 2 feet walking, proves to you that you know how to succeed. Do you know how many times as a kid you fell down and got up? How many times before you started walking, you would grab the chair and get up? You would push yourself up on your booty and get up from there. You would go on the couch and get up. You know, because as a kid, we didn't know about failure. We didn't know. You know, I'm going to show you, I want you to break your life into 3 parts. And I'm going to take you down a little bit of memory lane. But 3 parts. As a kid, you didn't know how to walk, but you saw everybody doing it and you wanted to walk. And you walked. You walked. How many times did we get up and fall? You fell. And what happens when you fall? You get back up. And you fall again. You take a couple of steps and you fall and you get back up. And you take another couple of steps and you fall and you get back. As a kid, we didn't stop doing that. We just did it all day. Every day, we were nonstop until we achieved our goal, which was walking. But later on, you know, as we get older, you start hearing voices and people telling you the things that you can't do. And you start believing it. You start believing it. Failure is something that you're taught. You know, not being good enough is something that you're taught. But you can reteach yourself that you are amazing. You are. I'm going to tell you right here, right now. You have greatness in you. There's no stopping you. Only the thoughts that you use, the words that you use, you know, the beliefs that you set up. If you believe that you can achieve something, you won't. But if you believe you can, persistence beats resistance every time. So as a kid, you know, as a baby, you know, that's who I was. I wanted to grow up, right? I wanted to do the things, right? And then as teenagers, let's break it a second step of our lives. As teenagers, we had dreams. Do you remember being a teenager and what were the things you wanted to be? As a teenager, we had dreams, we had visions, we had gifts that we were using. Some of us were playing music, some of us were singing, some of us were dancing, some of us were drawing, some of us wanted to be architects, doctors, everything. You had dreams. But you were told that there are limits to your dreams. You're not good enough. And we started buying into that. I want you to go back to those times. I want you to do some meditation and focus on your dreams. What was it? What is the gift that you had that you were using and it was stifled? And you allowed it to be stifled. We were kids. We don't know, right? You didn't know. You know, as a teenager, we have these dreams and these visions and we want so much. How does that stop? I know it's not us. You know, society says no. That's not real. That's not real. Your parents say no. That's not real. Your friends, because of their parents, tell you no. You have to go to school. You have to do this. You have to get in a box, to live in a box, to this and this. That's what people teach us. But that's not real. You know. My gift wasn't real. When somebody's telling you that your gift, God-given gift is not real, you have to not listen to that person. And listen, let me tell you something. No matter how old you are, it's not too late. It's not too late to get back on track. As an adult, for me, I realized these things. I went past the pushing, the resistance, and I danced. And I turned my dancing into an entertainment company. And now my entertainment company, I'm rejuvenated. We have brand new, it's blowing up. It's crazy. But I want more. On top of that, I want that and I want more. Because I have big dreams for my kids, and for my family, for my team, for the people. So I got into network marketing. What do you think happened in that? Even though I have a map, people have seen me succeed in dancing for many years, that things that people never did. I traveled all over the world at 15. People see me be a DJ company, and they'll see people that have no vision and no dreams are still trying to hold me back. And they told me it wasn't real. What I'm doing, it's a scam, it's a pyramid. You can't make any money. Lies. Lies. You can do anything you want. Persistence beats resistance. Listen, I'm going to give you 4 steps to success. Are you ready? 4 steps. First of all, can I get some thumbs up in here? Are you guys feeling this? If you're getting some value and you think other people can get some value, share this. On and on and on and on. Persistence. On and on and on and on and on and on and on. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop you. Only you can stop you. Only you, man. Let me get some thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Party people, I love you guys, man. And I'm here to tell you that you have greatness inside of you. Nothing can stop you. Persistence beats resistance in any situation. You know, here are the 4 steps. Is make a plan. Make a plan. Step number 1, make a plan. Start seeing it, visualize it. It's your dream. Make a plan to live it. Even if it's 20 minutes a day starting, or half an hour a day starting, or 2 hours a day starting. Make a plan. That's step number 1. Visualize it, talk about it, dream about it. Number 2 is take massive action. Massive action. Go for it. Full out. Remember, put it in your head. Persistence. Say it. Persistence beats resistance. Every time you run into a problem, persistence beats resistance. Persistence beats resistance. It does. I've lived it. And I know that you have too. In your life, you've persisted past resistance. Non-stop. So you can do it again. All right? Take massive action. Okay? Number 3. This is the key, guys. You got to be humble. You got to be humble. You have to be flexible with your approach. Maybe sometimes the way we do things is not working. It's not that it's not working. It's the way we do it. Are we listening to the leaders? Are we watching people? Are we doing things our way? We know. We don't know. We don't know. But we can learn. And the more you learn and the more you follow and the more you see the leaders, the ones that have a map, follow their map. You know, get under somebody's wing who's doing amazing stuff. Call them up and say, hey, how did you do this? What are you doing that's different than everybody else? And follow. There's no shame in that. Be persistent in your approach and your pursuit to happiness. You deserve it. All right? Be flexible. If something's not working, like for me, I was doing another network marketing thing, but I just didn't have passion for it. And I was told, you got to stick around. You got to stick around. You got to do what you got to stay here and do it. And if you're not doing it, it's you. You're not doing it. No. I was flexible in my approach. I found something that I'm passionate about, that I can get behind and move and do with passion, that I could wake up in the morning wanting to do. You know, you have to follow and listen to what's inside of you. What's telling you what's right and what's wrong. No one else can tell you what's wrong or right for your life. Don't believe the hype. And you know what? You might lose some friends. I lost some friends. I've been blocked left and right. But you know what? That really shows you that you're succeeding, man. If people are blocking you, they're scared of you. Plain and simple. You're making a difference. So you know what? Block me, man. Block me all you want. I'm excited about being blocked. Because the people who I need to have in my life will be in my life, no matter what. That's it. I'm going to be persistent in my pursuit for my happiness, mine, and the things that I want. But I am being flexible. Had I not been flexible, I would still be stuck there, broke, but hyped up, believing it. Following people that are doing what is best for them. And that's great. I congratulate you. But what's best for me? I know what's best for me. Maybe I don't know what the approach is and I have to look around until I find it. So be flexible with your approach. This is key. We get stuck and we say it's not working, but we have to take different chances. You have to fall down and get back up. Maybe the table this time. You know, as a kid, right, we got up on the couch and we learned that the couch was easier to get up than the chair was. Right? Be flexible in your approach. And then here it is, the last one. Try again. Try again. Persist. Be persistent in your pursuit of happiness. Persistence beats resistance. Can I get some persistence beats resistance in here, people? I just want to get some of that. We're going to dance it out. Hands up. Let's go. Bobblehead in the house. I love you guys, man. Thanks for showing up. I'm going to keep showing up for you guys. I'm going to do maybe a Saturday brunch or something like that. Or Sunday, something cool. But I'm so grateful for you guys. Once again, Victor Glide Alicea. Love you, man. If you got some value, share this with other people out there. No matter what, y'all, it's going to be all right.